since everybody is going to say something, and we'll make this conversation very friendly and pleasant. Like I said earlier, my name is Dedei Tettey. Let's start off with you, sir. What's your name?
Okay, I'm Desmond Kwame Nunu.
Okay.
I'm a facilitator at the Martech Clubs.
Okay, all right. George?
Yeah, thank you. So as you said, my name is George Safo, and I'm the CEO and founder of Firefly IO.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
My name is Gifty Asante.
Draw closer to the microphone, please.
My name is Gifty Asante, and I'm the programmer of the team.
Okay.
My name is Derek Paddy. I'm the driver of the team.
Wow.
My name is Othman Yusha. I'm the team captain and then the designer of the team.
Okay, you are the team. I think that there's a challenge with your microphone. So I'll let the guys come and sort that out. So kindly speak into this mic. Let's see how that goes.
Okay.
All right.
My name is
You'd have to
Othman
draw closer,
Yusha, and I'm the team captain of the.
Okay, that's
Yes.
fine. Yes, the final person.
I'm Dr. Pius Call Gadose. I run the STEM Tech Labs.
Okay, Doc, you are all very welcome to our studios here at Starr FM. And I think I'd have to start with you. Since you're the CEO, Imano, you have to check this one. What inspired this competition, first of all? But before you say that, why Firefly IO?
Okay, so thank you for the opportunity. So Firefly IO is actually came out from the insect firefly. The firefly is what they normally in the dark. In the evening, you see that they glow this light in the evening, and you get to see them. So more like they get to bring light to where there's no light. So what we are doing at Firefly, we are actually bringing light to the young generation. We are bringing light. We are bringing hope to the new generation. So we are making them realize that whatever they actually put their mind on, they can actually do it. So the kind of light that we are igniting in them.
So that is the brain behind the whole Firefly. But why this competition?
Yeah, so as part of bringing the light to them, Ghana Robotics Competition is actually aimed to make sure that every Ghanaian child has experience or knowledge with robotics education. So to do this, that is why we actually came up with Ghana Robotics Competition. So one unique thing about Ghana Robotics Competition is that we partner with Abacus Robotics to come up with a locally made robotics kit, which is a 3D printed. So it being 3D printed one, and also it being locally made, make it accessible and even affordable to a lot of youth and a lot of people to have access to it. Because, when it comes to robotics education, the kind of kit we use to train robotics, especially in Ghana and even outside Ghana, is quite expensive. They are very, very expensive, and not every individual or not every child can actually afford one. So the idea is to make something locally, something less expensive, something more accessible, that every child will be able to have experience with.
That's great, because a lot of the time we find ourselves just studying the theories and we don't get a practical feel. We see all the fascinating things in movies and wonder how we can also have that experience. I would want one of you to share with us some of the innovations you saw this year. Who would take it apart from the winners? Who would take it? Doc, would you take it, or Desmond, or George? You would answer it. What are some of the innovations you saw in this year's competition?
Okay, so I think I will start, then I can leave it to
Desmond. Okay.
Yes. So I think this year there was quite very brilliant innovations. So this year's challenge was around water and sanitation.
Okay.
Yes,
we need that.
Yeah, whereby students have to, so we give them a base robot. Then the students have to learn about 3D modeling and design. Then they have to design their own attachment to add on to the robots for them to be able to perform the task or the challenge that had been given to them. So I think the kind of creativity that they were able to, some of the designs that they brought out, weren't even thinking about that, but you can see that, and this tells you that if they are given the chance, they can do so much. Yes, if they are given the chance and the right tools and resources, they will be able to do, because this year actually the kind of attachment designs that the student brought up is it's wonderful. It's wow. It was very great, and I think that's one thing that I was really happy about it to see join at this year's event.
Desmond?
Yeah. Another thing I want to talk about is the alliance form of competition that was introduced
Okay.
this year.
Okay.
So teams from different schools will be put together to strategize on how to win. And it brought about a lot of teamwork. I saw them bringing new ideas that I didn't even think about, and that was one of the things that was very innovative.
Innovative for you. Okay. Doc? Yes, they say it's working.
Okay, so I was particularly impressed with some of the new ideas that some of these students came up with, given the challenges that they had, and also being a facilitator myself. As some of the work that they did, it was quite a steep learning curve for them, but they were able to meet the challenge and they came out victorious. So I would also commend Firefly IO for the opportunity.
Great. Now let me go to the winners. You're here with us. How was the experience for you? Let's start with you, Gifty. Yeah, you are the programmer of the team, right?
Yes.
All right. So draw closer to the microphone and let me know how was the experience for you.
The experience was a very great one. I learned a lot about programming. Then, with programming, you have to think outside the box to be able to program your robot to do things that you want them to do.
Okay. Okay. So what does your robot do?
Okay, so you have to program the robot to move forward, backwards. You have to also program it to pick balls, which were representing water.
Okay.
And you have to do it in such a way that it's supposed to differentiate the clean water from the wastewater. And has to also deposit them at the right places.
Okay.
Either at the lower tank or the upper tank.
Okay. And that's you programmed the robot to do all that.
Yes,
to differentiate between wastewater and clean water, where to deposit it and all. Okay.
Then we also had an autonomous phase. You have to program the robots.
Please, what is autonomous phase?
As an aspect in robotics where you program your robot to work on its own without manual interference.
Okay.
So in that aspect, we were supposed to program the robot to follow a line to the end. And when it gets to the end, it has to sense that I've gotten to the end, so I have to stop. Then it stops on its own.
Fantastic. And you are the driver, right?
Yes.
What does the driver do?
The experience was wonderful.
First of all, what does the driver do?
The driver.
Yes.
I control the robot.
Okay.
So I input the instructions to the robot through the phone.
Okay.
So I connect the Bluetooth, and then when the robot wants to turn left or right, I input into the robot.
Okay. So, I mean, this is a curious question from my end. Yes, we are looking at AI and all, but then we still need the human power behind the AI, correct?
Yes.
I see. So you were talking about the experience for you. How was it?
It was wonderful, but when we started, I was a little bit frightened because I haven't been in such a situation
An
like
experience,
that.
okay, competition
So after the
experience.
first 10 and then the second, then I built my confidence.
built your
and then
confidence.
It went well.
Okay, fantastic. What about you?
It was very good because that was my first time participating.
Kindly use this microphone.
Okay, it was very good and exciting because that was my first time participating in the Ghana robotics competition. And I realized that participating in the Ghana robotics competition is very good. So I've been able to discover many talents which I've never knew.
You've discovered aspects of you that you didn't know were there. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
For instance, I'm the designer, so creating the attachment on the robot.
Okay.
Yes.
So you created the attachment on the robot.
Yes.
Okay. And so what does that involve? What did that involve?
So we were using Onshape, that was 3D modeling.
Hey, all these scientific terms. So Can you break it down for me?
Yes, Onshape.
Okay.
We use Onshape to create our attachments.
So Onshape, what is it? Is it like a software? What
Yeah,
exactly?
It's a software,
Okay.
3D modeling software.
So remember that I don't know. There are many people also listening to us who may not know. So let's try and simplify. So when I'm asking on behalf of all the others like me who don't know. So you say
Onshape.
Onshape. Okay, that's a software
Yes.
used to develop. Okay, all right. So then what again?
So that's the software we use to create the attachment for our robots.
Okay. Are you all in senior high school or JHS? Where exactly?
I'm a JHS graduate, but
Okay.
my colleagues,
They are in senior high school. So, okay, which school are you in, Gifty?
Achimota.
Achimota School, and you? Ukapaman, and then you are now going to
Yes,
SHS.
not yet.
Hey, what be you? And you're already doing this thing. Hey, when I finished JHS, what was I? Anyway, they were sending me left, right, center. Doc, I think you know something. Okay, Doc, can you speak into it? Let's see whether it works.
Okay, so with these guys, the STEM Out Tech Lab is actually an NGO, and our focus is actually on kids from public schools. That would be called less privileged in the sense that they...
You know something, Doc? Would have to do something. Let's try again whether it's working.
Okay. Is that okay?
Kindly join me here. We'll share my microphone so that we'll make it a bit better for our listeners so that everybody can hear. This is still the Morning Star here on Star 103.5 FM. So we are having a conversation with the Ghana Robotics Competition team. We're speaking to the winners of the competition and then also the brains behind it. Doc, you were talking about, being an NGO and all that.
Okay, so these guys are members of the STEM Out Tech Labs. The STEM Out Tech Labs is an NGO that we started 2 years ago. And our primary focus has been on making sure that every child has access to some of these emerging technologies that we are seeing today, AI, robotics, 3D printing, AR, VR. And we focused on kids from public schools, or ones we call less privileged, when it comes to some of these, access to some of these technologies. Okay, I'll get there. So we selected them from the public schools. So we started from Adenta district. We are now at Ablikuma North district.